macabre, everybody. Hey, I got me a donation from King Dinasaur. Yeah, he's back. He's asking me to do a few donations. And this is the first one. He said it's an album that was very influential to him. It's called Northwest Metal Fest from 1984. He said it was released on an independent label up there in the Pacific Northwest. And he wants me to put it against the first Metal Massacre album. And both albums have 10 tracks. Yes, you are correct. And I listened to both today. But even though I own, but I do not own the original Metal Massacre, I got the second press. My friend Yai, man, who's still my buddy, he bought Metal Massacre when it was brand new. And he said, you gotta come to my house, man. There's this band called Metallica. They're faster than Motorhead. And I was like, no way. And I went to his house, and sure enough, man, this was before Hit the Lights, before I heard No Life Till Leather. This is old school shit. Where it had Lloyd Grant as the guitar player with Dave Mustaine. Metallica spelled wrong on the album. I got the next pressing, but either way, I listened to the original press today. And I put it against this Northwest Metal Fest. Alright? Okay, here we go. The first band is called Steeler. You know, the one with Ron Keel. But this ain't with Yngwie Malmsteen. But it is the song Cold Day in Hell, the classic off the Steeler album. And I do prefer the Yngwie version of this. But it's still really good. I'm going to give it to Steeler. That one I'm giving to Steeler. All right, next. Open Fire, Cry for the Nation versus Bitch, Live for the Whip. Hands down, Bitch. That shit, forget it. One of my favorites on here. I love Bitch, and I love that Be My Slave album. Good shit, man. Betsy Bitch rules. All right, next. Koda Khan, Fantasy and Science Fiction versus Malice, Captive to Light. Man, I gotta tell you, man, I'm giving that to Koda Khan, and I dig that Malice song. And I love Malice, man. I own In the Beginning and Scarf, License to Kill. Both great albums. But anyway, I'm not giving that to Malice. I'm giving it to Koda Khan. All right, next. Overlord, On the Edge versus Rat, Tell the World. I'm giving that one to Rat. Rat wins that one. All right, what's next here? Rottweiler, Intense as Hell versus Avatar, Octave, which is an instrumental. I'm giving that to Rottweiler, man. I really dug that. I thought that shit kicked ass, man. Intense as Hell was Intense as Hell. I loved it. All right, next, Bondage Boys, The Loser, going against Siri Thungal, Death of the Sun. Man, those insane vocals from Siri Thungal, unbelievable. And I love it, but man, I gotta say, Bondage Boys really impressed me. I'm gonna give it to Bondage Boys. All right, next, Sato, Leather Warrior versus Demon Flight, Dead of the Night. Now, I gotta tell you, this Leather Warrior, the Sato song, I was like, God, this reminds me of something. And then it hit me. It's very much like Don't Hold Back from Riot. Like the verses, I was like, oh my God, it's like almost identical. I really liked it. I'm going to give it to that one. I'm giving it to Sato. Or next, Strike, the band is called Strike, and the song is called Deadline, and that's going against Pandemonium with Fighting Backwards. Fighting Backward, not bad, but I'm giving that to Strike. I really dug that song, Deadline. Good shit. All right, next, Mace with Marching Subprophecies. Kick-ass song. Going against Malice with Kick You Down. This one's It's not bad. It's okay, but I'm going to give that one a Mace. All right, now we end it with the very first recording from both Metal Church and Metallica. Yes, Metal Church's first recording is Death Wish. That's on this album. That's what it said while I was reading it. And, of course, Hit the Lights, you know, Metal Massacre. We all know that story. Man, that Metal Church song is amazing. I mean, amazing. Love David Wayne, man. Rest in peace. But I gotta give it to Metallica. Hit the Lights really was. That one song alone just changed my world. It changed my world like No Sleep Till Hammersmith, Motorhead did. It's changed my world like Judas Priest, Hit the Lights did. I mean, Unleashing the East did. Hit the Lights was, man, a mind blower, and that was just one song, you know? And little did I know that band would become the biggest band on the planet playing stadiums. I would have never thought that back then. They were kind of like my band. But anyway, yeah, hey, King Dinosaur, this here's the final score. There you go, man. Northwest won. But they're both kick-ass. You know, a couple whatsoever songs. But, hey, I dug that Northwest Metal Fest. That was cool, King. Thank you so much, my friend. You got more donations coming up. And thank you, everybody that's watching now. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And, hey, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. And you know who would also love that? The ghost of Abraham Lincoln. That's right. Old Abe wants you to subscribe as much as I do. And you know, like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Metallica with Lloyd Grant and Schmack 'em a gob.